Hey guys, so today I'm talking about the key lessons that I've learned after the 4 years of running a social media marketing agency, sharing them with you so you don't have to waste the time, money, energy that I did. These lessons include setting expectations wrong, what made me lose clients, as well as something that was probably the hardest to learn, yet once I did, it affected other areas of my life, such as dating. So make sure you stick around to that. So the first lesson that I have to learn is the importance of qualifying a client. Now, what I mean by qualifying is making sure they're a good fit for me and my agency. Now, there are two things you have to look out for when qualifying a client. Now, obviously there's various other aspects, but these are the two key things, the fundamental things. Now, first of all, you have to make sure they've got a proven business. You've got to make sure that they are actually already making money. Hottie. Our boyfriend. Shit on it. And secondly, probably more importantly, what is the person like? What is the client like? Are they rude? Are they demanding? You can tell a lot of these things just from your first few interactions with them before you sign them on. Now, you want to put the effort, the energy into qualifying a client first, just because it saves you so much hassle further down the line. Now, it saves you the going back and forward and having them complaining, and it's just such a shit situation because it affects your mood, you're anxious, you're stressed, and all your focus feels like it's on one client, and then that leads to like a drop in value or a drop in respect to your other clients, and you can't afford to do that. So what you need to do is you need to qualify your clients as businesses and as people before you start working with them. Look, even if you are doing a great job for these people, they will find a reason to complain. Even if there is no reason for them, they will find an excuse, and unfortunately, these people are just dicks. The money that they pay is not worth the hassle further down the line. Next, I made a video about this yesterday. Go check it out. I might leave a link somewhere, who knows. This is about 10K, the 10K month that is so hyped up. Now, what you want to understand is that this is not a success indicator. If you're running a social media marketing agency, but are just somewhere between 0 and 10K a month, then it doesn't mean that you're not doing well. The reason that 10K a month is sort of talked about so much, or like you see it so much, is because people are attracted to that because it's high numbers. So obviously people will say, oh no, it's 10K in this much a time. And then that will get like a few million views on YouTube. However, think about all the people that are doing like 4 or 5K a month. Like, that's still a decent amount of money. That's way more than the average salary. And the life, you can live a great life off of that. The reason, or the thing that I want you to learn is that, first of all, success isn't monetary. Success for me, now it's obviously it will depend on you, but for me, success is about the lifestyle that I live. And not in like a material way, but it's just like, what do I do? Do I live according to my values? Do I have fun? Am I still having adventures? Do I still have time to enjoy life? Am I still free? Can I travel? Can I do what I want? Yeah, pretty much. So always keep in mind that you will always see, oh, this person's doing 10K a month, this person did 100K a month. Just don't give a shit about what other people think. Focus on yourself, focus on getting to a point where you love your lifestyle, because once you love the process, once you love the lifestyle, then you're just gonna carry on. Next, and this is more of a strategic lesson that I learned, you have to track everything. You have to test everything in your agency. Now, this, like I say, it just covers everything. So you're treating your agency like a scientific experiment. You've just got to imagine you're like on a bird's eye view, you're looking over your agency. It's like this big machine, cogs going and stuff. Like, you've got sales, outreach, service fulfillment, like follow-ups, you've got lead generation, all of this, different areas of your like functions of your agency, I'd say. Now, all of these will be working at the same time. What you've got to do is you've got to track every single thing. You've got to track how many messages you're sending. You've got to track like how many sales calls you're getting. Like, for every 100 messages you send, how many sales calls does that lead to? For every 100, how many sales does that lead to? How many positive replies does that lead to? Like, what does the average sale come to? How much revenue would that be? What is the lifetime value of that customer? You have to track all of this stuff, and the reason for this isn't just so you have the data there, it's so we can test it. Now, what we do with the testing is, again, being on that bird's eye view, looking above, you are looking at all these different cogs. So you're going to be like, right, outreach, or like my outreach numbers are quite below, right? Quite below what they should be. Let's try bump that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to test different outreach messages. Now, the way that you do this is you split test. So let's say you're sending 30 messages a day. You might have different outreach messages, 10 each being sent a day. You do that for 30 days and see which has the best response rates. Then you go with that one. Now you start to realize, right, that's been optimized, the response rates are getting a bit better, getting more sales calls, but my actual sales is still quite low. So how can I get better on sales calls? What can I test? What questions can I ask? How can I alter my offer? You're just optimizing like that. You're always testing and like tracking everything that goes on in your agency, because if you're not, then you sort of just like going blindfolded. You don't know if you're making progress. You don't know if you're getting better. Whereas if you have like a spreadsheet with all of this information in, it's just going to make life a lot easier. And not only this, it's going to keep you accountable, because if you've got a spreadsheet saying for your 30 outreach messages, then you're going to be doing those 30 outreach messages, because that's like, it's there. You have to do that. So that's my main piece of advice. Like, track everything that you're doing in your agency just so you can optimize it, because you can't optimize what you're not tracking. Right, this next one was a big one for me. It made me lose clients. It was a shitter, but I got super complacent when I first started. I guess it was about 6 months in, I was earning okay money. Like for 20-year-old, it was all right. I was getting by, and I just stopped outreach. I just thought, oh, fuck it. I'm happy with the client level. I'm happy with like my work-life balance. And there was such a stupid thing, because looking back, I was still living at home. Like, I didn't really have much disposable income. Like, I had more than before, and I just got comfortable in just like, so let's say I was here, I went to like here and then got comfortable, which you can't afford to do. You've always got to be like looking for new leads, like just keeping that pipeline full, because you never know when 4 or 5 clients might go. So even when you are feeling comfortable, you still need to be filling that pipeline of potential clients, and just keep working on it. Even if you are, like I say, even if you're comfortable, just keep grinding at it. Now, my final lesson is that rejection is a lesson. Rejection isn't a bad thing. You learn from rejection. We get better from rejection. We become better people, better agency owners through rejection. And you will face rejection. There's no other way to run an agency without facing rejection. You'll have people ignoring your messages. You'll have people telling you that they're not interested. You'll have people on sales calls saying, no, it's too much, I don't want it. You will face all of these, but you have to learn from every single one. Now, for every time you get rejected, you think of it as a lesson. So maybe you didn't qualify that client well enough. Maybe your outreach messages, like your first initial message, wasn't very good. It wasn't very enticing. Maybe your offer wasn't as valuable. Maybe your price value ratio was all off on the sales call. Learn from this rejection and see it as a prime time to improve. Think, right, that outreach message got basically 0 replies over the past 2 weeks. I'm going to change that. Or sales calls, I've just been, like, ever since I changed my offer, I haven't had a single sale despite having 2-3 sales calls a week. So what do? We change stuff. We track, like I said earlier, always testing, always tracking. This is how we improve. Like, the rejection is like the prerequisite for improvement. Maybe something like that, let's say. That sounds kind of smart, all right? Now, this relates to other areas of your life, like dating. So if you see, like for me, if I was in a coffee shop and I saw this girl I liked, and I was like, fucking hell, hottie, and I wanted to go talk to her, but I had lived in this like little sheltered thing where I wasn't getting any rejection. I'd be like, oh shit, she's just gonna fucking reject me straight away. However, if you're constantly in the frame of mindset that rejection is just a lesson, then you're already going over to just say, hey, and if I do fucking get rejected, then I learn from it. And it's like, does she not want a guy with a buzz cut in a vest? Don't know why. Don't know why. So yeah, once you conquer this fear of rejection in business, you basically conquer it in other areas of your life. You start being more adventurous, you're talking to new people, you like, obviously dating life improves. So yeah, that is a very valuable lesson. Probably, is that the most, it's a very valuable lesson. I don't know. I haven't put these in any order, but yeah. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. My chicken and rice is 5 minutes away, so I'm gonna go wait for my little food panda man. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, see you in the next one, guys.